Okay, I'm gonna pop this baby out of here. See if I can get it. Get this thing out. There we go. That one was a bit worn, right? You see that? Need to clean this off again. And check out the new ones. The new one here. This is the new one. Okay. I'll go this in here. I want to make sure it fits the shaft. If you look in here, you can see it's a little worn. I think it'll be alright. I'm not going to worry about it very much. There's a spring in there. I can actually press this in with my fingers. I assume that's good. By the way, I am taking this thing off. I'm going to take this off now. Probably clean behind it too. The old one. Put the new one on here. So this is the new one. I just took the old one off. Put the new one on. And I'll do that. Alright. I'll throw a little transmission fluid around it. And then I'm going to put some lube. A little bit of assembly lube, I think, on this thing. And here. I'll put this on. You know what? Put a little bit on this too. Put a little bit of lube on the inside of this thing. Alright. I hope this is going to fit. Pull this off. I don't need this just yet. Let's see. I think the torque down. I'll have to find out. So I had, I had to sand these down a little bit because they did get rusty. Not bad rusty, but just, rusty enough. Doing something wrong here? Guess I didn't find a torque spec for these. Alright, so I'm gonna pop this off because I think I need to put that little thing there. These little babies. And a little gasket here. I think it goes here. I think. There. Ta-da! Excellent. A little bit more transmission fluid on this here. I just do that for just a little bit of a lube. And then I'll slip this thing back on. Seems a little snug. Seems a bit snug. There we are. Sort of my way into there. And then this I will there we go. And this I can oh, stupid thing. What was that? Maybe that's all it's gonna do. Maybe that's all it's gonna do right there. Alright. And then we go to 24 foot-pounds. Good. Now, let's see. Foot-pounds. Oh shit. All right, so from here on, I'm going to get voiceover Dave because, well, I wasn't mic'd in these clips, and, well, I wasn't mic'd in the other ones either, as is probably obvious, but these I had music going, and I wasn't really thinking about narrating or doing anything. I just wanted to get it done. So, but anyway, it's stripped, and it's I was just I try to be really careful with these because it's aluminum block, but I barely got over 15 foot-pounds, and the torque was supposed to be 24. So I guess it just happens. Again, I think this is the second time. I thought it was my fault the first time, but maybe it wasn't my fault. I don't know. Anyway, it happened, and I have to rethread it. And so I'm using a helicoil, and you see I'm tapping here with the tap, and I'm actually using transmission fluid as a lubricant too, because it's kind of just what I have at my fingertips, I guess. And for anyone who hasn't had to repair the threads, it's not hard to do. You have to just drill out a little bit larger, tap a larger thread size, and then there's an insert that goes into it, and that's what the helicoil does. There's a little tap thing that you have to, a little tang or whatever at the bottom that helps you put that insert in. You have to knock that out at the end. But here I am. I'm using thread lock to try and put it in place. So hopefully that will keep it in place. I'd use a jam nut on this to tighten that stud down in there. And it was kind of fighting me a little bit, but I guess so I'm lubing the bearing back up and putting that cap on. And as I put the cap on, underneath for that stud, there was the smallest little gap there, and you could see it. And it was just, it wasn't seating down all the way, and that's because I didn't thread that down far enough. So I'm backing these back out, and I'm going to have to remove the helicoil I just inserted, and then just tap it just a little bit further. And it was just so close, but it was just that little gap was enough that it just wouldn't seat down. And I tried to sort of tap, it just wasn't going down. I tap it with like a mallet, not thread tap. But I actually had the use the thread tap, the tap to thread it further down, so I could get it in there. So if I had to do this over again, I would probably measure how far it had to go, and if I went down deep enough. But it's down in a recessed area, and I couldn't really see down in there so well that it looked flush to me. It looked like I had enough, but apparently I didn't. So now that I got it on, everything's fine. I go through with the 574 sealer, and I'm kind of spreading it out with my finger because I know I saw someone do that, so it seemed fine. It seemed the right thing to do. And then I torqued it down, trying to find the different bolts. One thing, if I had to go back in time, I'd be a little bit more organized with my bolts. I did put them all in baggies, but I didn't label them very well. Plus the Sharpies um, kind of rubbed off on the baggie because I wrote it right directly on the baggie. So you know, I said that before, but that's that. I was going to just torquing it all down, torquing down the end there, the end cap, what it's called, and pretty much I did the same thing on the other side. The other side didn't have any problems, so I made this even faster of a time lapse, and hopefully that's it. The next thing I'm going to do is put the oil cooler in. Well, thanks for watching.